Yo, welcome back to the channel. Another tree video. This one's a bit different. It's going to be a 360 tree. So instead of chopping your log in half down the middle, so you've got two trees out of one log, and it's just 180 degrees tree, and then the back of it's flat, so against the wall or in the corner or whatever. This one's a 360 tree. So it's going to be sick basically. But yeah, like I said, these trees are getting a bit like Pringles. So I've done a 180 tree, so just cut the log down the middle, and I did like bowl shaped branches. So that's what I'm going to do with this one. Make it like the 360 bowl tree. That's what it is. So these first cuts are just to make a cone. So you've got your tree. Tree's basically like a cone in it. So get your cone shape going. This log, it's not very round, so it's easier if you pick out a round log, but work with what you've got. So I have to do quite a few cuts to get this nice and symmetrical, conical shapage. This is just the MS 170. This is the one that chopped the baffles out of the exhaust muffler mod. So I'm just taking all the corners off just to keep trying to make it round, as round as I can. Round cone, cylindrical cone. So because the log wasn't round, it was like a weird shape, like almost like it's at the bottom of the tree, so like the trunk coming out, round on one side with an extra bit coming out on the other side. So that's why it's taking me so long to just keep trying to get it rounded off. About another 100 cuts to go just on the cone. That's getting there. More round the log is just to start with, the easier this is going to be, less work this part's going to be. But whether you've got a round log or you've got a funky log like I had, this part now, the rounder and more equal you get your cone now, when you come to do your branches and more your bowl branches, just be easy to do. Now I'm just getting the trunk going. So I've got the saw upside down there. Sometimes I find it easier to do an upcut with an upside down saw. And it wasn't going at the right angle, so it was going to go too far into the tree. So I'm just going to do a quick little plunge cut to finish that off. Boom. There you go, one side of the tree trunk. Same on the other side. Get that side going. Try and make it equal with the cut I've just done. Being lazy, resting the saw onto the motorbike jack, so I'm barely doing any work, just pressing the trigger there. Then from the last upcut, aim the angle up a bit more, make the angle a bit more acute. Boom. And same again, trunk cut for the front, trunk cut for the back. So then I'm just doing a load of upcuts, cut in, I'm sort of going half the depth I'm going in when I did the flat cut, which is like the bottom of the branches. I'm going in half a bar, so half my chainsaw bar, and then I'm just doing up cuts. This up cut now, I'm trying not to overcut it. Because the overcut here now, that's going to be the most exposed branch, your biggest branches at the bottom. So you've got loads of overcuts. And the ones you're going to most likely see, so you have to do more work tidying them up. So more you take your time in all of the processes. So just doing the trunk, you're going to have to sand the bottom branches more if you just, you know, rush it, or just try and take your time. The more time you take, the less time in the end you're going to waste on cleaning up, repairing bits that you've done. So obviously, I don't know, I have to say that to myself anyway. ADHD, I'm just like, boom, it's not write anything down, think about anything, just get on with it. So, but the more time to do things, the more I'm having to say to myself, just bend down, have a look, get this up cut right. So then you haven't got a sand for about a week. So I've got the cone shape of the tree going on. Just keep going around till you get it sort of coned. And then this is going to be the trunk, but I like to leave the trunks fat because I made a few trees in there. The trunks are a bit skinny and that. The bases are a bit skinny and a bit top heavy, a bit wobbly. So this is going to be a 360 tree, not just a half a tree, 180 tree. So I'm going to just go around and make loads of like bowls. So then what I'm going to do here, you can see, let me just check that. Yeah man. You hear it? Now that one's going to change because I'm going to do a bit of an angle on that one. Coming down like that. And then we're going to have the middle of the tree. Yeah. And then from there, it'll be like, well, but leave it on an angle. And then the next bowl, bigger. See, that one could be a bit bigger. And then the middle of the tree's going to get a bit bigger this time. So that bowl's about that big. So the next one, make about that big. A bit bigger. And then, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right then, get the chainsaw back out. Might get the MS-170 with the carving bar out now, so a bit easier to do the curvy cuts on that. So I've decided I'm going to just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're going to be like shaped like a ball. So I'm going to turn the drawing round so I can see what I'm doing on this side, and you can see what I'm doing, and you know what I've already drawn on. So obviously the side I'm looking at is where I've just drawn the boughs on, so I'm just going up and trying to curve round for the branch below the top branches, and then I'm going to do a straight cut to just straighten out the top branch. So then, same again on the next branch. I'm doing the curve for the top of the branch below, and then I'm flattening the branch out again, so they just look like bowls. That's what I'm thinking. My partner said they look like mushrooms, mushroom trees. Yeah, they're cool anyway. And I'm just still using the MS 170, just stock bar and chain on there. So it's like with the trunk and the branches, it's always easy to do one silhouette first. So like we're looking at one side, so I've done all the curved edges on the one side. So now I'm doing the curved edges on the other two sides. From the curves on the left and the right, now I'm going to do the round over for the front and the back. Just making them look like bowls. I'm trying to still keep clean cuts, take your time, get them nice and straight, try and think about where the centre of your tree is going to be, even though it's not going to look like a real tree. Not a realistic tree, it's a funky bowl, mushroom, toadstool tree, sick tree anyway. And so yeah, what was I on about? So try and think about when I'm rounding over the top there, I'm thinking, right, where would the trunk of the tree be? I'm keeping that central, and it's getting a bit wider as I go down. And then just keep rounding over the boughs for the branches. So I've got the MS 170 with the carve 12 inch steel carving bar, 0.43 professional chain. So I'm just rounding over the branches. I'm aiming for bowl shaped branches. The top one, obviously that's just going to be pointy. It's the top of the tree, but then after that I'm trying to make them look like rounded at the top, flaring out at the bottom like a bow. Bigger as you go down. So now I'm just drawing on the trunk. It's a bit fast at the moment still. Obviously with your normal bar on there, it's a bit harder to do a curved cut, especially when it's at like this funky angle. So this is a tight angle, it's in and off on a curve. So, but if you haven't got a carving bar, you can still use your normal bar. Whip out the grinder and smooth it all over after it. I've got both the grinders set up down there. One's got a 36 grit disc, this one, a backing pad, and then the other one's a flat wheel disc, and it's 80 grit. So I'll go over it with the 36, do them all with that. Clean up the outside bark. Started to like try and keep the log, as much of the log as I can, and then at the end just go around and go just clean off all that outside little bark, bits of wood. Waste not, want not, in it, I'm thinking. So yeah, time for the fun. Sanding. That's what it looks like so far. little leaf blower, see what it's saying. So this arrived off of Amazon, 65 quid it was, 2 batteries, what funky batteries, it's like Chinese, so it's pretty powerful in that. I reckon it'll do the job, but I don't trust it. I don't know how long it's going to last for, do you know what I mean? Like, it's like a laptop charger, but it goes straight into the battery, and I've pushed it in to charge one of the batteries. Everything inside just moving. I'm just putting in the charger, male connection. So I don't know how I might return it, man. But like, obviously, once you got to Makita and anything else that's small and similar. The battery's dead. So this is where I've got to. I've sanded it. Sanded it with 80 grit, 36 grit on a flat disc, and then 80 grit on a flat disc, and then 120 grit with the rotary sander, and then to 220 on the rotary sander. So now this needs a bit of paint. Signed. Ready for paint. Still a bit tacky, but that's it. It's had one coat of satin clear varnish from Wilkinson's, Wilco's. Just got out of bed because my neck and my shoulders feeling mouldy. It feels like a rotten splinter, so I'm not going to go sleep anyway. 4 hours last night, 0 tonight. So yeah, got the noodles on the go, cup of tea, and do the voiceover for how this tree became a tree. The ball 360 Sharples method. Yeah. So thanks for watching the video if you've got this far, and appreciate if you found anything in the video so far useful and helpful, and that. Give the video a like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. If you already a subscriber, appreciate it, thank you. So these are the trees we've got done so far, and you see this hello sign was off here, so like the waste cut of that tree is the hello sign, and then the other side of it is the welcome sign. So what I meant by a 360 tree is 180 tree. So you got your flat back, yeah, and look at that then, boom, wobbler. And then this one, 360 tree. So you can do all sorts of different styles, and just keep having a play around, and don't throw away your offcuts, because one tree, 2 sounds. Boom, welcome, hello. Yeah, man. So that's the tree that's in this video. Smooth, that is. Smooth, and that thing's ripped my sandpaper, sharp that. And this one's like a pine cone tree. Sick. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm going to start making some snowmen and maybe some Santa gnomes, some gnomes and Santa gnomes and that. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Oi oi, tree world.